Hey there everyone, Steve Gonzer, physical therapist with Run Smart Online. I want to show you guys something that I want you to actually try. So maybe, hopefully you're not at work going to try this, but this is a really simple thing you can do to feel how bad sometimes your run form is. Before I get started, if you want to check out some of this training, we have a 5-week boot camp coming up where I'm going to teach you how to get away from this. There's a link in the post, midfootproject.com. So traditionally most people run like this. I'm about to start running, so I figured I'd shoot this video first. Most people run with this straight knee, toes pulled up, heel striking type of run form where they lead with the heel and they lead with that straight knee. The problem with this is that it completely is counterproductive to forward movement. It initiates this start-stop run style. So what ends up happening is you push off this back leg. Hopefully that's in frame. You push off this back leg, and when you push off, you come down on this straight knee of a front leg with the toes pulled up. So you start and then you get this stopping motion. Real quick, just try this and you'll see how uncomfortable this is. I want to try two things. The first thing is your front foot out to the front, straight knee, toes pulled up. I want you to then lift up your back leg. What's going to happen is you're going to end up trying to fall backwards. So there's no way with your weight centered behind that contact point that you're in a position to move forward down the road. What you have to do to get down the road is you have to overcome by pushing excessively on this back leg. You have to generate extra force here to carry you up and over that front leg. Now instead of doing that, it's really nice if you can come off, push off, and teach yourself to land on a nice midfoot with your shin vertical and your knee bent. What that means for you is you're going to take that back leg and launch yourself over the front leg. You get out of that start-stop cycle that everyone's in that is causing slower running and more injuries. From an injury standpoint, let's just talk about that quick, because most of the runners I work with to teach this to, I've been doing this for the last 10 years, are over the age of 40, many over the age of 50 and 60. And as we get older, the knees get a little cranky, they get a little crusty, and they don't like a lot of impact. So to preserve the knees, you can actually transition to this off your heel and onto your midfoot. Again, there's more on this at midfootproject.com. I have a whole another video you can take a look at, plus check out the course we're running. But when you transition to this, you engage the natural shock absorbers, the natural rubber bands of your body. When you can teach yourself to go from this, so next thing to try, so we tried this one, right? And you fall backwards. Next thing to try is just do a little jump and land with a straight knee. Don't do a big one, because this will hurt. When you do a little jump and you land with a straight knee, it's going to end up feeling very uncomfortable. You heard the treadmill pound possibly through the mic. That impact is real. And when you're running, you're going to get that over and over again. It's about 80 times a minute. You're just crashing into the bones every step. Instead, think about someone who jumps and lands. When they land, they squat into it. By squatting into it, you engage the natural shock absorbers. Running is a repeated jump. You're pushing off, traveling up in the air, and coming down onto one leg. You want the maximum shock absorption. The cool thing about changing to a midfoot strike and away from your heel is that it kills two birds with one stone. It allows you to increase your shock absorption to get away from damaging knee forces, but it also helps you speed up because you don't have a start-stop cycle. Before I forget, I always forget, type midfootproject.com in the comments, just so if anyone's wondering what the link is, it's midfootproject.com, so we can see that. But this is a huge thing. We're starting this training on April 1st to teach you this. And you know, when you look at all the things you can do for your running, you know, how should I lean? How should I carry my legs over? How should my foot hit? Should I be running for my upper body? Those are all things that work into run form. This is the place we always start with people, by teaching them to run midfoot, because it gives the most bang for your buck. Now, this isn't for everyone, so I can tell you a couple things right out of the gate. If you're someone who's racing for a PR in the month of April, I would recommend not doing this course. This is 5 weeks to change, so we're going to teach you how to change over time. The Midfoot Project's not for you if you're racing for a PR in April. If you're racing for fun, I definitely recommend doing this. Other people who wouldn't do well with this program are people with calf and Achilles issues, because when I teach you to run on your midfoot, we're going to be transferring the force of landing that's right now in your bones, and we're going to give it to your calf and your Achilles and some other spots, your quads. So I don't want someone with a calf injury coming into this program, because you need to heal that up before you're ready to make this transition. There's a lot of benefit here to learning this. So whether you do it with me, you do it with somebody else, commit to learning how to midfoot run I'm going to talk a little bit more about the specifics of this as we go on throughout the month before we launch. But this is the number one thing you can do for your running form, is to start here, learn how to midfoot strike. And I have my kids soon, so I'm going to get on the treadmill and start running, and hopefully maybe clean up the basement at some point. Midfootproject.com if you want to check out the course, and hopefully we get you in there and you can get started. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.